So let's go further where we left off last time. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to implement a tip on your propeller. First I'm going to clear the solution, so it's all back to the starting values. How to implement a propeller, a tip on your propeller. So I'm not needed, I'm gonna hide the things, and this can stay. Okay. You can see here isn't the propeller, a tip on the propeller. Normally, also with OpenProp, there is a tip on the propeller, so the flow can go around, normally around the hub, and not go like this. So I've already made a tip. The tip is here. Check it, repair if there are invalid bodies, and here you can see my tip. I'm also going to name it tip. Of course, has to be rotated. It will be around the y-axis in the negative. Okay, it's good, and transform it in the x-axis. Okay. See, it's here. It's also out the region from the rotate, and that's not okay, because the whole log I wanted to explain last time, the whole region of rotate with the propeller. So not every time step you have to recalculate the mesh. It's a rotate. I'm going to make it bigger, symmetric. Now it also will include the tip, so you can see. I also have to increase the refine region, of course. Edit. 7. Okay, you see it's now bigger. Update it and close it. So now I've included the tip in the CAD model. Now we have to retestlate this body and update all the other domains. Okay, execute. So we have to make some changes here. I will include name contains tip. Okay, execute is good. Fluid sub. Okay, and I'll controlate my region. Control, excuse me, that's not English. Control. And it's a tip, yes. Okay. I'm now going to execute my mesh. This won't take too long, the mesh isn't that fine. I can show you the mesh already on this. So this will be the mesh I've created. So you can see the tip is included. It goes around the propeller, the CFD simulation mesh, and you can see the mesh isn't really good. There are a lot of volume changes, and it's because I didn't make the mesh really fine to not to make it too computationally intense for this tutorial. But if you decrease the base size, you will get a finer mesh, or you can also, the whole mesh will be finer, so also all these things, all these elements, but you can also do a specific control here, target surface size. Now it's custom, that was a mistake, and you can set it to 0.03 and execute. So the mesh is made here already also. To include the propeller tip, you go ports, edit, and you select prop. So I defined the tip with the propeller as one port. These meshes also almost calculated. So this is the mesh. It's really not fine. I have to refine it quite a lot actually. So now it's finished. Of course it didn't change the mesh elements here because the volumetric, that's why I didn't select it. The volumetric control is set to 0.3, so this whole region will be 0.3. So also this, the edge will also be set to 0.3. I selected the propeller to 0.02 and 0.04, so this will be a lot smaller, but the edge of the rotate region will also be 0.3, of course. It didn't change, but you can change this to a lower volume, so the volume changes of the elements won't be this big. But first I can do it here and then show you. Customize prop, rotate, controls, custom values. Execute, and then here I can work with my results. So first of all I want to include a few scenes. I have my mesh scene, but I want also a new scene, a scalar scene. And this scene I can show you some things. To hide this parts, edit. Okay, my plane section. Okay. I also will make a surface, new display surface for the propeller. Edit. Okay. Propeller. and I will select the function. I will, for example, will show the velocity magnitude. So now you can see the velocity around the propeller. Let's make the scalar fields a little bit easier to observe. Decrease this value a little bit to say around 15. You can see here the slipstream of the propeller a little bit better now because I make the maximums disappear. You can also change the color to something you like this, for example, if you prefer. Let's make some other scalar fields. You can also make a new part, a volume. Why would you make a volume? So you can show some other interesting features. So you know it will include the whole propeller and some field around it. No displayer, okay. Fluid and road, okay, great. Close. So let's make some other displays. Now I'm going to use plane section. Instead of the plane, I'm going to use resampled volume. And what I now can do is make the scalar field three-dimensional by going above 9 and just the max of, say, 30. It was 30 I thought. That's not some good colors. I want some other colors. And make a high contrast one. Okay, and let's say it's between. So you can make some beautiful simulations fields if you use, instead of this, the vorticity. Where is it? This is a parameter which defines the thrust. That's how the thrust will be calculated with the vorticity. Okay, it's a nice parameter to make some beautiful simulations. So you can make a nice thumbnail for your video, like I did. Then the scalar fields max is, say, it's 50, min is 300 or so. And so you can make beautiful simulations, and you can record it while it's simulating with this tool, simulation history, and then you can make a beautiful film from a live rotating propeller, for example. The one I use the most is the velocity and the just on the plane, so you can see the propeller is in a good direction. Sometimes I move the plane to another place so I can see the velocity I have to set for my contra-rotating propeller, etc. Okay. Also for ducted simulation, it's interesting to see what's the speed of your velocity around the propeller, so you can also insert these parameters in OpenProp, for example. So how to get your results properly reported. So I made the plots. You see the mesh isn't fine, it's really big deviating, not really converging to a specific volume, but instead I export it to these two. You can see them right here, or not. I already deleted them. So here I made the mean value. This is the same as the mean, or middle in Dutch, from 30 to the last step. You see it's the same, and these I implemented. You see with the tip they converge a lot more to the real value, but you also will have to refine the mesh to get better results, of course, but that will increase your computational time. Okay, so I can show you the mesh I made with this propeller. You see with the parameters set into 0.1, it's a lot less big of a volume change, and the elements, I will see the elements that they run report, user element counts. I will want to see my output. Yes, just my output. What? That's strange. Wait. Okay, of course. I didn't include my regions. So, it's not a lot. Really not a lot. But here, without the parts, new part system element counts, it's a lot less. Let's see, not that big of a difference. Oh, that's good to know. Normally the results will be better in this one. Let's run it. I can make, wait, for new report. I will make a report to show myself the solver elect time per time step. Okay, and I can do here also new report. Users solver elapsed time per time step. I can run it here. Look, it's really fast, the simulation. But normally it will give better results. Where are they? Output. So here 7.4 per second. Normally I'm around 50 or 60 seconds, so here it's 10, so it's a little bit more, but not that much, and it will get normally better results. The residuals are already lower than with the other simulation. So the combined fault, you can say, fault in energy. See, they are above 1, and here they are under 1. For the start already. Let's see to the see if it's converging better. Mm. 480. 7.7. Yeah, it still has to converge a little bit. On my right screen you can see the results. I let it run for a while. So thank you for listening, and this was my tutorial for this time. Okay, next time I will be making a tutorial for a contra-rotating propeller.